Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to an emergency auction house update video. And today, the SHELBY 1000 has been absolutely flooded on the auction house because it's been made available to obtain on the Horizon Super 7. So today, I'm going to detail for you what you should and shouldn't do. But before we get into that, as we all know on this channel, I am nearly at 5,000 subscribers, 5,000 soldiers, and so I need to find out what units you all belong to. So, without further ado, pick a side. Do you belong to the 5th Armoured Forza Wing Destroyer Division? Now, this division is absolutely invincible. Next up, we've got the 96 Mobile Command of Forza Wheel Punishers. Now, this unit is not to be messed with. Next up, we've got the personal 404 detachment of the 599XE Super Speed Lightning Fast NOS using unit. Next up, we've got the 31st Armoured Forza Bumper Annihilators. Now, this unit is in and out in a split second. And last but not least, are you part of the Zanchh Personal Classified Z9 Lightning Super Speed Invincible, the best ever unit? Now, this unit is handpicked by me. If you are an expert driver, this is the highest honour I can give you, to be a part of the Z9 unit. You let me know down in the comments below what unit you are a part of. And with that said, soldiers, give the video a like, otherwise you'll be kicked out of the units. Anyway, drop a gear, disappear, and I'll see you in there. Yeah. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I bring bad news for the SHELBY 1000. Forza Horizon 4 devs have decided to put this car on the Horizon Super 7, which has caused this. As you can see here, there is now a tremendous amount of flooding on the auction house because everybody's got one and everybody's trying to get it sold. Now, as you can see here, yesterday this thing was sitting at 10.018 million in an appreciated price, and things were looking good. It was stuck in the mud. It wasn't appreciating that fast, but it was at a strong, stable price. Now, as of today, as you can see here, this thing has fallen down to 8.014 million, and everybody's panicking, everybody's messaging me about what to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have broken it down with the worst and best case scenario and what I predict is going to happen and what you should do with your inventory. So, without further ado, let's start with the bad news. Now, as you can see here, this is graph 1. If the depreciation has effect, day 1 yesterday 10.018 million, day 2 highlighted in blue, as of today we have dropped down to 8.014 million today, one day after being made available on the Super 7. Now, day 3 we should see the price drop down to 6.550 million. Follow the current trend, it's gone down by 2 million in the past 24 hours, so that tells me this car will go down to 6.5 million. Day 4, it will drop down even further to 5.220. Now, day 5, highlighted in blue, a very key date. I believe it will not drop lower than 5.220 million. The car is still brand new. It's still holding its price very, very well. I believe it will be capped at 5.2 million credits. Day 6, again, 5.220. Day 7, I believe it will flatten out at 5.2 million and will not go any lower than that. Now, a week from today, highlighted in blue, it should raise back up to 6.550 million when it's not made available on the Super 7 for everybody to obtain. Now, I don't know whether you lot at home feel like me, but I'm going to speak from the heart. I am sick of Forza Horizon 4 devs putting these rare cars on the Super 7 every week because it is ruining appreciation, it's ruining investments. Find another way to make them more accessible but at a more rarer cost. It's ruined the investment in this, but we'll have to wait and see. A lot of other cars have been ruined by this, the AMG Hammer, the Pista, just to name a few. But anyway, let's talk about the good news. If I can bring you over to graph 2. Good news now, ladies and gentlemen. Graph 2, if the depreciation has no effect. Now, cast your minds back to the corner and say, yes, go. The exact same thing happened. It dropped from 20 million down to 16 million and then bounced back because it was such a strong car. Now, day 1 today, 10.018 million. Day 2, today, after one day being made available on the Super 7, 8.104 million. Day 3, I predict it will stabilise again at 8.14 million and just, it'll be feeling a ripple effect of what's gone on, but I don't think it might not drop any lower. Day 4, it should raise back to 10 million credits. Day 5, go back down to 8 million credits. This is what we called a seesaw in price, and it's nothing to worry about. Just every 24 hours, the car will go down from 10 back down to 8, back up to 10. It's just a seesaw effect because of the ripple effect of depreciation. Now, day 14, 1 week from today, again, it should bounce back to where it was originally at 12.2 million credits. Now, which one of these are more likely going to happen? Well, if we take graph 2, if the depreciation has no effect, this was the same example of the coins at Yesco, but the coins at Yesco already reached a final buyout price of 20 million credits, and that's why it was so goddamn strong. I am more inclined to plan for the worst, and I think you at home should do as well. So bring you back to graph 1. If the depreciation has effect tonight and this thing drops down to 6.5 million credits, sell, sell, sell. You can always get them back at a cheaper price and then hold in the future. If you're listening to this and you have 4, 5, 6, 7 in your garage, sell half of your stock today for 8.014 million. You are at a loss, but it's not a major loss. Try and get half of your stock gone today just to plan for the worst. You're not losing that much money. You're only losing 2 million credits. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I do not control this. Do not put the blame on my shoulders. I am not the devs. I'd not bring these cars back every week. If I was in control, I would not do this to you. It's very annoying, very frustrating, but this is what we've got to plan for. 2 worst, 1 worst and 1 good case scenario. I am more inclined, ladies and gentlemen, to go with graph 1. The depreciation could have effect tonight, and we could see this thing drop down to 5.220 million, but we should see it bounce back, just like the AMG Hammer did recently, from 4 million as of today at 7.2 million credits. It's very annoying, it's very frustrating, soldiers. I know, I understand. I'm in the same bloody boat as you. I wish they'd stop doing this, but they're not going to stop doing it because of the integration on Steam. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little update. If you did, please leave a like on the video because I want to afford a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ in Nardo Red, and I cannot do that for some reason without your likes. Anyway, soldiers, I hope you enjoyed this little update. I hope this eases your mind a little bit. And yeah, peace and love, baby. And I'll see you tomorrow for another daily upload. Yeah.